Central Agency arrests Arvind Kejriwal. What should you know about this central agency? Also, what is governor's role and what are twin stars? Hello everyone, I am Srivastava and I am here with the three must reads from the Indian Express today. कभी भी ऐसी कोई हेडलाइन आती है जो एक पॉलिटिकल न्यूज बन सकती है या पॉलिटिकल पर्सनालिटीज को कवर करती है, then often I'm asked that what should we understand from that particular news items, articles, or editorials from the perspective of examination, be it any examination, UPSC, state civil services, other competitive examination. A very valid question, and my first pick today addresses that particular question. Now, the first pick comes from the front page. The headline is quite clear: Central Agency arrests Kejriwal. Now, this headline tells us about that Arvind Kejriwal has been arrested by a central agency. तुरंत आपको क्लिक करना चाहिए कि हम कौन सी सेंट्रल एजेंसी की बात कर रहे हैं. No brownie points to guess. You have heard about this agency a lot in this year, in the past year, and we are talking about the Directorate of Enforcement, also known as ED. Now, this is a central agency जो कि आपको यहाँ बता दी गई है. Now, the news or the article and maybe future editorials which will come in the coming days or explainers will talk about this case. Okay, क्योंकि न्यूज़पेपर केवल यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट या स्टेट सिविल सर्विसेज या कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन के एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए नहीं लिखा जाता. इट्स फॉर रिटन फॉर द जनरल ऑडियंस who want to get aware about what is going on around us. But for the examination perspective, sometimes we have to go beyond the headline, okay, and try to know certain facts. For example, the topic for this first pick is Enforcement Directorate or the Directorate of Enforcement, which is actually a multidisciplinary organization and mainly mandated with the task to investigate offenses of money laundering and violation of, say, foreign exchange laws. Now, one thing we should strike to us that ये किस ministry के अंदर आता है? Is it under Ministry of Home? Which is wrong answer. The correct answer here is that it functions under Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance. So something which you should underline, which you should know. So it is actually a premier financial investigation agency of the government of India, and it has various functions which include enforcement of and you should find about these enforcement acts which I'm going to talk about. One is Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Prevention of Smuggling Activities Act 1974, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. FEMA, which is of 1999, PMLA, that is 2002, and Fugitive Economic Offenders Act of 2018, which is FEOA. Now, इन सारे एक्ट्स के बारे में आपको जानकारी होनी चाहिए. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू शुड नो अबाउट दीज एक्ट्स. सेकेंडली, there's just a question. अगर आपको इसका जवाब पता है, you can reply that can ED take action suo motu? Okay, when I say that, what I mean is क्या ED अपने आप से action ले सकती है किसी के against? Okay, that is something which you should actually find out. It can be one of the options in your question, and maybe I'm right or wrong. You have to look at it. Now, the other thing which strikes me कि हम जब इस सेंट्रल एजेंसी की बात करते हैं, जैसे ईडी की बात कर रहे हैं, then we are trying to figure out various information regarding ED. बट इसके साथ साथ कुछ और इन्वेस्टिगेटिव एजेंसीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है. तो देयर इज नो हार्म इन लुकिंग इनटू इट. मे बी इट्स इन न्यूज और इट्स नॉट, बट आपको कनेक्ट द डॉट्स वाली प्रोसेस को करना चाहिए. यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड. सो अदर इन्वेस्टिगेटिव एजेंसीज लाइक NIA, CBI, NCB, which is Narcotics Control Bureau, and then there is also SFIO, which is Serious Fraud Investigation Office. Now, इस तरह की बहुत सारी there are investigative agencies which you should look at, and you should just try to figure out these smaller things. कि जैसे for example किस डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर ये फंक्शन करती है और कौन से इंपॉर्टेंट लॉज हैं या एक्ट्स हैं जो इससे रिलेटेड हैं. All these things you should understand. Also, just when I was trying to look into all these issues, I found out that, very recently there was this virtual digital assets, okay, VDA, and cryptocurrency were also brought in under this important act. Which act am I talking about? Is it FEMA? Is it PMLA? Okay, which actually expands the scope of investigation of ED. Now, which act am I talking about? I've already mentioned it a little bit earlier, so you should figure out. It was in news and it becomes very relevant आगे आने वाले एग्जाम्स के लिए. तो इस तरीके से ये जो पर्टिकुलर न्यूज है ये इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है. बियॉन्ड द हेडलाइन जाके आपको उस सेंट्रल एजेंसी के बारे में जानना चाहिए. ओके, यू शुड नो नॉट ओनली फॉर योर एग्जाम बट एज अ इन्फॉर्म्ड सिटीजन. जो मेरा सेकेंड पिक है आज, वो भी बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पिक है, एंड आई एम नॉट श्योर इफ यू आर रीडिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर न्यूज फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन, बट you must. Now, this is from the government and politics page, and the headline is CGI pulls up Tamil Nadu governor. He is defying the Supreme Court. Now, let me read the first paragraph for you. The Supreme Court on Thursday pulled up Tamil Nadu governor Arin over his refusal to administer oath to reinduct DMK MLA whose conviction was stayed by the apex court into the state cabinet. तो ये एक particular news है. It is related to Tamil Nadu, जहाँ पे एक DMK MLA हैं जिनका conviction stay कर दिया गया था apex court का, but Arvind Kejriwal, the governor, has refused to administer oath to reinstate him in the cabinet. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज आइटम है, और आपको जब ये पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल पढ़ेंगे आपको लगेगा कि एग्जाम के लिए कहाँ, इसमें कौन सा ऐसा फैक्ट जो एग्जाम के लिए हमारे लिए बहुत जरूरी है. नाउ लुक एट व्हाट देयर आर सर्टेन लाइंस व्हिच आर कोटेड, and the Chief Justice of India said that, and I'm going to just mark that important line. Those who have advised him have not advised him correctly, and this is with reference to the governor. In accordance with the law, the governor better be informed that when the Supreme Court of India stays a conviction, the law has to follow its course. The word is advise here. Advise becomes very important when we talk about the governor. He or she has to work as per the advice. But the question is whose advice, isn't it? Now, when I say on the question of whose advice, it's important to understand who is a governor, what is his power, where is he in the constitution. ये जो छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं यही एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन का रोल ले लेती हैं. And even the constitution or even the Supreme Court or any court refers to backwards and forward to those constitutional provisions. For example, you know that Article 153 to Article 162 of the Constitution becomes very important, talking about governor's appointment, power, and everything. Also, Article 163, if you look, then they talk about the discretionary power of the governor. Now, governor has dual role. He's the constitutional head of the state, and he's also bound by the advice of the Council of Ministers of that particular state. In addition to this, he's an important link between union government and the state government. We all know that, and therefore he becomes very important part of the federal system of the polity. The federal system क्या है इसके बारे में आपको पता करना चाहिए, and governor plays an important role there. Now, apart from this, there is, if you go beyond the headlines, beyond the basic facts, there was a very important verdict which comes into my mind. This is Bomai verdict. Try to find out what does Bomai verdict say about governor, constitutional machinery of the state, and so on and so forth. This is an additional input which you should add to your studies. Okay, ये थोड़ा एक addition है जो आपको खुद से self study से you should try to find out. And then come back to the news again and try to understand that particular news from the perspective of not politics, but पॉलिटी. मैं हमेशा स्ट्रेस करता हूँ, there's a difference between polity and politics, there's difference between economics and economy. तो उस चीज को अगर आप समझ लेते हैं तो आपको ये पर्टिकुलर जो न्यूज आर्टिकल है जो मे बी अराउंड पॉलिटिक्स रिवॉल्व करता है, बट दे बिकम वेरी रेलेवेंट फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ योर एग्जामिनेशन if you go beyond the headline. Now, my third pick today comes from the famous explained page, and this is related to science. So from polity we are going back to science today, and it's an explained science, and it talks about the twin stars. All right, so it says that meet twin stars of the universe which gobble up planets. And the first two paragraphs are the introduction, which says the planetary system that includes Earth and its sibling planets orbiting the sun has been remarkably stable during its roughly 4.5 billion years of existence. But not all planetary systems are so lucky, as per a new study involving twin stars. Okay, so what are these twin stars? We should know. An examination of 91 pairs of stars with matching sizes and chemical composition showed that a surprising number exhibited signs of having ingested a planet, scientists said on Wednesday, likely after the planet was sent hurtling out of a stable orbit or for any number of reasons. तो इस पे सबसे पहले जो आपके सवाल आने चाहिए कि what is a twin star and how these twin stars eat up a planet. Okay, apart from that, despite of them eating up a planet, why the planetary system is stable. Now, what are the twin stars? Uska jo first paragraph aap padhenge, you would understand that there is a study in the journal Nature which looked at pairs of stars that formed within the same interstellar cloud of gas and dust called co-natal stars. So please underline co-natal stars, giving them the same chemical makeup and roughly equal mass and age. These are the twins. While the pairs are moving together in the same direction within our Milky Way galaxy, they are not binary systems of two stars gravitationally bound to each other. तो ये पैराग्राफ जो है ये आपको ऐसी इंफॉर्मेशन देता है जो कि एक बना बनाया क्वेश्चन है एग्जाम के लिए, isn't it? Now, how do twin stars eat planets? Possible reason for a planet making a death plunge into its host star include an orbital disturbance caused by a larger planet or another star passing uncomfortably close. Okay, and why do despite this the planetary system remain stable? उसके बारे में लिखा है कि in our solar system the planets are under the influence mainly of their host star and not their sibling planets. This is said by one of the experts. So this is my three picks, two from polity, one from science. Please understand from the perspective of your objective prelims current affairs news, and also from the perspective of descriptive news. If you understand how a particular news is written, why is it written, what is written, it is very easy to read, revise, and recall and retain in your memory that particular news item. That's all from me today. We'll meet soon with another 3 must reads. Think smart, work hard, conquer your goal.